All right, so I played with it a little bit. I think I left off saying that I was going to bore out the carburetor. I did. And I had a, whoops, we overbored it just a skosh, and well, you know what happens. Well, I guess you may not, but anyway. I can't remember which side it's on. Alright, on this side here of the carburetor, the metering level goes down. You know, it's a channel pretty much. It goes from top to bottom of the carburetor. Well, when I was boring that out to that size, I got into that channel, and we had to sleeve it. Amazingly, the needle fits in the inside of this here piece of brass tube. So what we done is we drilled it out big enough to where I could drive this thing in here. And so now, instead of aluminum, there's brass. And then the needle seat, it taps out too. I don't think I took that out on camera, but it tapped out pretty easy, and then it just drove back into place in the end of that. And if everything worked right, it sealed. Now it does run, and it runs a lot better. Let's see if I can't get y'all in here for a look. Now remember, see how that is? It's totally different looking on the saw. So let's get y'all off the stand here, and there we go. Well, you can see there's a difference. You get here. Yep, maybe. No. Anyway, you can see right there the throat size is way bigger. I mean, it's, well, you went from that to that, so I can't get my pinky in that hole, just the tip. So we've done that. I've made a test run, and it seems to be running out of its, you know, class now. So that's a good goal, and we achieved that. Now it's already been done, you know, and blah blah blah, but it's just me and my wants to play and try to figure out how this stuff is working. So this contraption here is actually a it's an AC drain unclogger. You put a CO2 cartridge in there, and it's supposed to screw into there, and there you go. Push the button and psh, you got it. Now we, on the other hand, or me, y'all are coming along for the ride, because why not? There we go. These, on the other hand, are whipped cream chargers. And if anybody knows anything about these things, that's nitrous oxide inside these things. So I paid 35 bucks for all 15 of them. These things right here, and there are, I think, 15 grams in them of gas. Or 18, 50. You know, it's like 16 or something like that. It's a decent amount. And the little nitrous kits that you find on eBay and stuff are like $100 and some, $100. And I don't think you get but like 5 of the cartridges. So 35 for that and 27 for this. And a little bit of time making a bush in here because these seem to be a little bit shorter. This is no problem to me, I don't care. So that'll work like that. This right here is just gonna screw in there like that and voila. Now, what we're going to do now is figure out how we're gonna route this little short hose and go for it. Y'all might see this saw scatter its guts, but hey, it's all in the name of fun, right? And the cool thing is, push that up and it's a lock, so kind of like an arm switch. Or disarm switch. So what we're gonna do before I hit the juice to it, I'm gonna get it running, and I'm going to I'm gonna turn the high screw out till it starts blubbering pretty hard. Because with nitrous, you need extra fuel. So we want to make sure we're not gonna starve it, because that will fry something very fast. All right, and the chain on here is just a ordinary, it's a safety chain like we had discussed before. You know, and it's semi-chisel. You can see right now she's probably dull. I was cutting hardwood. But yeah. Woo. What we're gonna do is we're gonna rig this up, and then I'm gonna stop y'all to maybe stroke that chain a couple times. I've got one right here, you can see in the corner, that I'm working on. That it's not a safety chain, but we're trying to make it a go fast chain. So now I'm not sure. I think we're going to separate this out and maybe just cut this thing off and use a different hose on it. And there is a tiny bit of liquid in there too. Seems like I just need more hose, don't it? Maybe we can do something like that for the time being. Might have to modify that green cover. Well, I can see that's a problem now, and I didn't even pay attention to that. This thing here is probably not getting half the air it needs with this cover on it. It's kind of stifling. Because it seals here, and there's no really good places for it to pull air from other than right down in there. There's a little hole. And I don't think that's really good enough to even be considered air injection. So I guess we should probably go forth and do some more modifications and maybe put some holes in here. Because it seems like it's winding up there. I'm guessing and saying anywhere from 15 to 18,000 without the air filter on it. It tacks up. But with the air filter on it, it's real sluggish. So I'm on the revving, and so I didn't cut with it without the filter, so I don't know on that part. All right, so ain't nothing to it but to do it. So this here looks like it's probably going to be just a normal hose bib, not hose bib, but barbed fitting. So we could take that down and who needs a kill switch? So maybe we'll do this. We'll keep the hose momentarily, and I use a piece of tie gun. And we'll mount it right there. That's kind of convenient, I think. Anyway, I'm going to bring y'all back in a few minutes. Alright, so we modified the green top. So now we need to, I guess, get this thing working. Fitting, right? Green and green. No, I don't think we're going to run the filter on it. So, but we are going to try to drill us a hole that we can shove this in, and it may be stable. Oh, there's a bit here somewhere. All right. Like I say, this thing is it's just something I'm playing with. It's nothing serious, but it gets me excited, so I figured I'd share it. Now I need that piece that I cut off of there. Now I need Anyway. Thought I had another one sitting here. But I think I do get 3 good motors, so if we do destroy one, I think we'll be okay. Alright, I'll be right back. Alright, so we've got everything pretty much finished up to where we're going to test it now. Right, so you can't see that. So you see everything here? Well, I'll show you whenever I flip you around. New style, right? Alright, so full of gas, little nitrous lines hooked up to it. So this is what I got. I found my other little bulkhead piece. So this was intentional. I didn't mean to really put that in the thoughts, but it is detachable. So we got that, and then we hit the button and we got the juice. So crank it up, warm it up, and I hit the chain a little bit. And turn the camera around and where I can get a better view. All right. See if she'll start for me. So, I don't think we had but a few seconds. Don't. Stop. Just don't touch. So, you had about a few seconds of run time, and I think you're just looking at the ground. Did anybody see any of that cut? All right, hold on. I'm going to change out the cartridge because I think it emptied itself quickly. Huh? So far, so good. What's on?
Is it okay?
Well, we're finding out.
Uh-oh.
You might just want to stay back so you don't get hit.
Yeah. Ooh, that's cold.
Yeah. This one's been in the pocket, so maybe we'll have more pressure.
Why was it cold?
That's what it does. It gets cold whenever it comes out.
Oh, neat.
It's a byproduct.
Oh. Are you excited for hopper stock?
Yep. Okay. Now for another go. So, it took it. I leaned it out. So, hopefully she won't spit her guts this time. Run up there and grab my little Dremel off the bench. The battery operated one.
Okay.
Yeah, we just hit like a 20-penny nail. It's humongous. So now I gotta hit the chain again. What is that? All right, we got an edge back on it. We dug the nail out of the tree. Let's give this another go, shall we? Now, that was a good 5 or 10 second anyway. But she really, she's cooking. I'm proud of that. I think that increased the horsepower by double if I had to guess. Kind of need a bigger tank. It couldn't handle it all at first. But hope you guys enjoy this. It's been a lot of fun for me, and this project ain't done yet. It's liable to get a little bit of alcohol in it now, and maybe a shot of nitrous on top of that. But we'll find out. We should probably advance the timing on it. Maybe, I don't know. We'll find out. Maybe I'll do that and give her another run with gasoline. But right now she's running pump gas, and y'all seen what it done to that log. It's not the hardest thing anymore, but you see what we're working with. So that's all for this one. Y'all take care, be good, don't do nothing I wouldn't do, and as always, peace.